Hello everyone, this is Vibhugal from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Government Engineering College, Bharatpur. Today we will study about MEMS packaging. Now what we are going to understand in MEMS packaging, we'll have an overview about packaging, then we'll understand about packaging purpose, what is the need of the packaging, why we do basically packaging. Then we'll have classification of packaging. We have basically three types, metal type, ceramic type and plastic type. Which is the most suitable one and which particular application suits which type of packaging and which particular type is best one out of these three, or which we prefer or which we don't prefer. This we'll understand in detail. Then we will have a basic understanding about the overall packaging process, in that how to do packaging from the chip level to the card, then module card, then overall box, and then basically we'll understand the overall packaging process in the two types. We'll understand from the microtronics point of view, then we will have a detailed understanding from the microsystems point of view, and then we will understand the basic difference between these two. So whenever we have to package a particular system, then in that firstly we'll do the packaging of the components, then we will do the packaging of the system. So that's why we have a microtronics and microsystem packaging. And then we'll understand the basic challenges or the issues that we came across during the time of packaging, and what are the basic considerations that we have to keep in mind while doing a packaging. And last, we will conclude what is the overall packaging and what we understand from it. So whenever we do any kind of manufacturing, the overall cost that we do during the time of manufacturing, it only bears 20%. So rest of the more than 80 to 85% of the cost is because of the packaging only. You can take an example of a motherboard, or you can take an example of any kind of chip that you purchase from a market, or you can say if you are looking for a IoT application chip particularly, we can see the overall whatever be the cost is there, the most of the major portion of the cost is just because of the packaging itself. So why we do packaging? Packaging basically we are doing to provide the electrical connections, or you can say protecting the overall ICs or the dices from the any kind of mechanical stress from the outside world, or you can say if there is any kind of thermal dissipation from the IC, that can be in an efficient manner. So these are the basic reasons. So we'll have an overview why it is there. So packaging is basically that provides a sort of bridge or interconnection between the IC and the other components of the system. So this is, you can say, a basic look of a motherboard type, and how we are doing the packaging. So this is basically IC packaging. This is the overall IC assembly. Then this is the outside world, the overall design, then materials, manufacturing, testing. So this is the overall broad assembly of this motherboard. So you can say board assembly, but in a broad manner. So what is packaging? It is basically that provides a bridge, or you can say that interconnects the IC and the other components into a system to form an overall electronic product. Now, why we do packaging? As I told you, that it imparts mechanical strength to the silicon die basically on which we have manufactured the ICs and all. You can say wafer on which we have mounted our ICs. Then another purpose, that it provides electrical connection between the different parts of the circuit. It facilitates thermal dissipation efficiently of the IC, and then the major reason that it protects the delicate ICs from the outside environment, from any kind of attack, whether it is mechanical stress or you can say any kind of environmental stress. Then we have this three type of packaging types. The first one is the molded plastic, second one is ceramic, and the third one is metal. Molded plastic, basically we don't prefer this kind of you can say packaging type, reason being because they are not hermetic. Hermetic, you can understand that whenever we are doing packaging, it should be vacuum sealed. There should not be any kind of bubbling of air inside that packaging. So whenever if what happens generally with the time, or you can say with the diffusion, this packaging will not be hermetic. So this molded plastic will generally not be hermetic in nature. So that's why we don't prefer it. So this is like unlike that, like that of metal or ceramic. So metal or ceramic, they provide hermetic type of packaging, and they are you can say mostly used in packaging. So molded plastic is really not preferred because of the non-hermetic nature. How about the ceramic? Ceramic in the sense like their shaping along with the reliability is very easy, and you can say they are one of the attractive materials for the packaging purpose. So they are widely used in multi-chip modules as well as in advanced electronic packages. Now metals, this is one of the most preferred type of packaging, and they are the most practical one also. They are robust, they are easy to assemble, or they are hermetic when sealed, so that's why they are the preferred one. So out of all three, the major preferred is or the most practical one is the metal, second one is ceramic, and the molded plastic is the least preferred one. Then we have a packaging process. As I told you, we have categorized into two types. The first one is the component level, microelectronic, and the second one is the system level, that is microsystems. So first we will understand the process of the microelectronics packaging. Microelectronic in the sense like we will start from the chip level and we will reach up to the gate level. So this is the level 0, silicon chip level. Then this module that consists of several chips. So this is the level 0 is chip, level 1 is module. Then this is card that consists of several modules, like here we can see 4 modules in a card, module 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is a card level, level 2. Then we have a board level that consists of several cards, like here it has been shown like this is card 1, card 2, card 3 and card 4. This is a board, and then these boards are on a gate. This is the level 4. So you can see like level right from level 0 to level 4. This is chip, module, then card, then board, and then we have a gate. So this is you can say overall how we are doing the packaging at the microelectronic level. In a broad manner, we can visualize it from this particular slide. This is a plastic encapsulated microelectronic circuit. We can see a die, and this is the die attach or die pad, which is basically providing the mechanical support to the overall silicon die on which we have mounted our you can say IC, or we will say our overall the circuit, and then it is providing the interconnects with this gulving lead. Gulving lead is solder joints. So this is basically a PCB, principal components on a chip, printed circuit board, and this is the plastic encapsulated chip. Then we have a microsystem packaging, component level microelectronic, overall system level, then it is microsystem. So again it has 3 levels. Level 1 is basically die level, level 2 is device level, and level 3 is system level. Die level, which we understand, again in die level we have 4 levels, like that of level of chip, then we have a module, then we have a card, then we have a overall board, then we have at the last level we have a gate. So this is like die level packaging. So this is our, if you can analyze it carefully, this is this part is basically a sensor, and this part is signal conditioning. So this system packaging is basically a smart sensor. Hope you remember in the lecture of sensor, we understand what is a smart sensor. Whenever a sensing element is you can say fabricated within a single chip along with the signal conditioning, then it is called as a smart sensor. So this system packaging is basically a smart sensor. So this is a prime sensing element which is having an interaction with the outside world. It is basically sensing any kind of physical change in the environment, like we have mentioned here in protection. Then it is giving it to the signal mapping, or any kind of transaction is required. Then signal conditioning, if it is electrical signal, then no kind of signal conditioning is required. Straightforward, we can analyze the output. If it is a electrical, you can say parameter, then signal conditioning is required to convert that parameter into analogous electrical signal. So this is a system level packaging. So like I told you, 3 levels are there: die level, device level, system level. So we will analyze one by one. This is a die level. Why we are doing at the die level? as I told you, to provide the overall mechanical strength, also you can say isolation from the outside world to from any kind of stress. So to provide necessary mechanical isolation from of these elements, then to protect the die or the core element from any kind of plastic deformation or cracking, to ensure that the overall circuit would be continuously working. So to protect the active circuitry for signal transduction of the system, and then you can say to ensure the system functioning at both the normal operating and overload conditions. So basically the overall main purpose is to ensure that overall system will work under any circumstance, even if there is any kind of stress, mechanical stress, or any kind of harsh environment from the outside world. Then we have this device level packaging, which we told like smart sensors along with the signal conditioning. So it's a smart sensors. Then we have this is the overall MEMS packaging module. You can say system level packaging. This is system level packaging. It gives overall excellent protection for mechanical and electromagnetic. And its major task involve the proper mechanical and thermal isolation as well as electromagnetic shielding of the circuit. And then this level packaging involves the packaging of the primary signal circuitry with the package of the die or the core element unit. So this is the overall MEMS packaging module encapsulation. This is the wire bond interconnect, then MEMS die, then die attached material, and this is a substrate on which we have mounted our ICs. Now this is the brief difference between microelectronics and microsystems. Here on the electronic level we have to deal with the components. So here fewer components to be assembled, here many more components to be assembled on the microsystem level. System level is basically dealing with the IC system, electronics level dealing with the IC. System level is basically, you can say, deal with the overall small electronic systems. So here packaging technology is relatively well established. Here it is in infancy stage, so a lot of work is still required. Here at the electronic level, at the, you can say, IC level, industrial standards are available, so we can easily do the packaging, or whereas on the microsystem level, so as of now no industrial standards are available. So whatever the process we are doing, that we are doing at the fabrication level itself, fabrication process and packaging is here. Then microelectronics, it is on mass production. So on microsystem level it is a batch production, so, or you can say on the customer need requirement. Then it is a complex pattern with high density of electrical circuitry over the substrate. Then it is whereas in microsystem it has a simple patterns. On microelectronics it uses single crystal dyes, silicon compounds, or you can say ceramics or plastic materials. Whereas the microsystem it uses single crystal dyes and few other materials like that of gallium arsenide, quartz, polymers, ceramics, and metals. So this we have a basic understanding of the difference between the microelectronics and microsystems. Then what are the packaging issues? Obviously when we do package we came across a lot of challenges. So the major issue is that of the reliability, that if any kind of interconnect got detached, then what we will do. So this is the delimitation between die attach or die pad. Then failure of the interconnects, if any connection gets lost, or you can say failure of the, or you can say fracture of the soldering that we do to make the joints. So fracture of the solder joints. Then failure of the mechanism like mismatch of the coefficient, mechanical vibrations, or you can say mechanical strength in the environmental effects. So these are some of the challenges that we came across while we do packaging. Now this is the general consideration, but what are the things that we need to keep in mind while we do packaging? The first thing is that adequate overcapacity in the packaging design for mishandling and accidents. Second one is like proper choice of the material, like what kind of packaging we require, whether it is plastic, ceramic, or metal, for the keeping in consideration of the reliability of the overall package. Then third is the we have to achieve minimum electrical feed through and bonds in order to minimize the probability of wire breakage and malfunctioning. So what it says that the overall interconnects need to be minimum as much as we can, so that we ensure that there must be less breakage within the connection of the ICs, or you can say there must be less soldering is required. Then we expect the environmental effects such as temperature, chemical, moisture, and others are there and they have a less effect on it. And overall, the prime concern is that of the cost itself. So these are some of the consideration: capacity, then interconnection, interconnects, or you can say soldering joints. Then third one is the environmental effects, and the fourth one is the cost. And this is the general conclusion, that overall production cost is just 20%. The major cost in packaging. The major cost is that because of the packaging, and that is around 80%. Then reliable packaging is one of the major concern, one of the major challenge, and we have to work on this particular part. Then most MEMS and microsystems involve the delicate components with size in the order of the micrometers. Because we are dealing with the MEMS, so we have to deal with the microelectronic micro levels. So these components are vulnerable to the malfunctioning and structural damage if they are not properly packed. So these are the things we need to take care while we are doing the packaging. So this is all about packaging. You just go through it. If you have any doubt, do let me know. Thank you.